Good morning, 6th grade, and welcome back to yet another week here at MMSA Online. So first thing I want you guys to notice is along the side, it may say week of the 18th. I'm starting to get things together for you guys for next week, so just ignore that for right now if it's on yours, and if not, it's not really a big problem. So what I want you guys to do, when you get into the class, I'd like you to click into the classwork section. And down here on the side, you want to click the week of May 11th. The reason this is because it's a little bit of work that we have to do this week. So first things first, right now I'm recording the introduction video that's going to go into the first thing. And the other thing that you guys need to know that's in there is our pacing guide. So as you guys can see, this week we've got quite a bit. We've got a lot of activities, but nothing really takes that long to actually do. So, first thing, on Monday, there is a review of what we did last week. All you need to do is click in. Make sure that when you click in, you put your first name on the Kahoot and the last initial, so that I know it's you that has submitted your answers. Second thing, we just have a quick question for most days that is kind of an introduction to what we do. You guys will be able to see each other's answers and you will be able to comment on each other's answers. Just remember, be kind in your commenting. So for each of these questions, I don't want you to look up the answers. I want you to go with your gut and post what you believe the answer is. So the first one is, what is motion? That should take no more than 5 minutes to do. One of the things that we need to know when we're talking about motion is what exactly a reference point is. So there's a quick YouTube video that'll show you what a reference point is, and there are 2 interactive activities that you guys are going to do that kind of get you used to what reference points are and how to use them on maps. So that is all that you have for Monday. Tuesday, we're going to be talking about speed and velocity. So again, don't look them up. I just want you to see what are speed and velocity. We have some videos to help explain some of the concepts that we're going to be using in the lab for that day. The first one I want you to watch is what is speed, because it'll tell you about how we find the speed of an object, what different things go into that. The second one is about distance and time graphs. And the third one is about how to find the mean in a data set. All 3 of these videos are going to come into play with the lab activity that you have for Tuesday. So for the walk run lab, you're going to click in and it's going to show up with a page that looks like this. So things that you need this activity sheet. You need a piece of graph paper, or you can do it on the Google drawing that I created. You need a tape or some way to mark your start and stop points. And you need a stopwatch. The best place to do it is outside. So, you're going to create a hypothesis. So down here, we calculate speed when we sprint, jog, or walk. How can we do it without a radar gun? Write a guess. Then, some things that you need to know, some vocabulary. The formulas that you're going to need, the main formula you're going to need is speed equals distance divided by time. For your data collection, what you guys are going to do is you're going to mark 2 reference points, a start line and a finish line. You're going to see how long it takes for you to walk, jog, and sprint those 3 distances. For the distance, if you don't have a ruler, what I want you guys to do is go off the sidewalk length. So if you're running down the sidewalk, how many blocks are you running? Are you running like 3 blocks or 5 blocks or 10 blocks? So that's going to be the distance that you want to put here. Then you're going to time yourself. You're going to do each of the 3 different speeds at 3 different times, and then you're going to find the average time. Please go back to watching the average video to figure out how to calculate that. And then you're going to find the speed by dividing the distance by the time. After you're done that, you need to write what your average speed was in each of these 3 lines, and we come back to the graphing. So I've set up the graph for you the most part, but what I want you to do is I want you to use these 3 lines. So for example, If I was walking, I would put the start of my line there, and I would say that I walked about 3 seconds to do the 6 blocks, or whatever it is. And then I would take that and I would say, oh, this goes up here, or wherever I thought it went. Notice that you're going to want to go to the same exact distance for your total distance every single time. So this is going to be your average time. This is going to be your full distance. Then after, there are a couple questions that you're going to go through and answer. On Wednesday, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be learning all about forces. So you're going to write what is a force, or what are some examples of forces that you know about. There is a Google Slides that you're going to be working through to learn about forces. So for example, here's the front slide. There are going to be some questions along the way that you're going to answer. So for example, you're going to write what forces you can think of. You're going to try to answer the questions on the you try sides. And there are a few questions down here at the bottom that I'd like you to try your best to answer. On Thursday, there is a video and a ReadWorks article that I'd like you guys to go through. The video is about astronauts in space and how they actually reach space. And the ReadWorks article is about satellites and gravity. So Thursday is all about gravity, and it's going to end with you guys doing a gravity exploration lab. For the gravity exploration lab, you'll notice that it's asking you to calculate your weight. If you don't feel comfortable, you do not have to put your real weight. So for example, if I was like 5 pounds, I don't have to put 5 pounds. What you're going to do for your weight is you're going to multiply it by the gravity compared to Earth to figure out what your weight on the different planets would be. Down here, part B, you're again going to create a reference point, and you're going to measure how far you're able to jump on Earth. Again, you're going to be working on finding that average, so if you need to go back and watch the video about mean again, you can do so. And then, that was my mistake. You're going to put, instead of the weight in this section, you're going to want to talk about distance jumped on Earth. And then down at the bottom, there's just a few questions for you to answer. And then on Friday, you're going to create your own speed, gravity, or force problem. So whichever one that you liked the most, you're going to create a problem for it. So that will be kind of like a word problem style. And what I want you to do is I want you to comment on at least 2 other classmates' work. If there aren't any classmates, you might need to check back at another point to answer the questions. If you guys have absolutely any questions, please feel free to contact your teacher and we will help you through this. Thank you.